Unbelievable, believable. Now, y'all know in that last video I posted about the Eastside Emergency Family Shelter in 9150 Franklin Square Drive, excuse me, ran by CAN, which is Community Assitance Network at the Eastside Resource Center at 9150 Franklin Square Drive. I told y'all that they forcefully exited me, not forcefully, that pushed me out, but they exited me on January 17th, 2023 in a retaliatory action because of complaints and concerns that I was posting, grievances that I was making about the conditions and people and different things that was happening there that shouldn't have been happening, a lot of life, health, and safety issues. Nonetheless, the Monday, which is the day before I left, I sent the email letting them know, hey, last week it was a whole bunch of people didn't get tested for COVID. Your RA either tested them or had them self-test, which is away from the certified person that could write the numbers down of people that's positive. Well, I put that in there. So Tuesday, when I left, they didn't know I left. So what they did, they started the COVID testing. When they found out I was gone, they literally stopped the COVID testing in the middle of COVID testing and put out a notice saying, hey, we're not COVID testing. There was no outbreaks. The county said, we didn't have to test. But again, how do you know there's no outbreak if you haven't tested anybody? But guess what? They ended up having somebody that tested positive. I guess they went on their own or wherever they were and they tested positive. So they decided to do testing within their dorm, but they did it by the RA. Now, the RA is a residential advocate that works there. It's like kind of like almost a glorified babysitting job without the glory. So that's basically what it is. But nonetheless, it wasn't a certified COVID representative that from the state or the county that tested them. So that first group of people who got tested, who was positive, them numbers probably not more than likely are not reported. Not only that, they ran out of tests. So the next day, they had a certified person come down and do the testing. I guess they didn't want to buy any extra tests or whatever it was. And so they had them come down and do it. So they had a big outbreak. It was about, I think, 8 to 10 in one dorm, the dorm that I'm previously in. And it's about 3 to 5, I believe, and the other singles dorm. Don't have the numbers for the families yet or the males part upstairs. But nonetheless, there's an outbreak. The whole COVID floor is filled. So again, if they would have continued to test people, they would not have an outbreak right now. They would not have an outbreak right now. But because they did not test people and they trying to make it appear that this particular facility is perfect, nothing's wrong, was running good, which is clearly not. Now they got another outbreak, and every time they stop this for a week or two, trying to say, "Oh, well, we don't have to. There's no outbreak." What happens? They turn around to be an outbreak. The last outbreak was about 2 months ago, but throughout the more so out the family dorms. Majority of families was up there on the third floor. That it was so much so that they had is normally two separate lunch, dinner, and breakfast for the singles as well as families. They ended up having them to eating together. That's how many families was up on the third floor. And I'm not sure if they had an overflow, if they put them in hotels or not. But that's what's going on. So I just want to let y'all know this is how shady these people are. But I want y'all to stay tuned because we about to do some name dropping of some people who need to be investigated and or need to be removed from position. And we're not just talking about management. We're talking about upper management and we're talking about city and state officials who knows things that's going on in this shelter and have done absolutely nothing. They don't have a love for the people. They don't have a love for the work. They like their title, they might like their money that they're making, but there is no love for the people and no love for the work. And that's why they're allowing the people to be in the situations that they're in these shelters. We ask for wellness check. They don't do it. And I'm gonna break all of that down in the next video. That we reported possible sexual child abuse and also child abuse period. Nothing. We also had reported other issues that was going on with theft and stuff like that, and again nothing is done. So we about to break that down, so just stay tuned for the next one. But I just wanted to put this out there, let y'all know that the Eastside Emergency Family Shelter has another COVID outbreak there because they refuse to do the testing because they're trying to hide the numbers of people testing, and they're trying to make it to their donors appear that all is well when it's not. So we're going to go also into the theft from staff and management that's taking place there, and some more stuff. So just stay tuned. But just wanted to let y'all know this is what's going on right now at the Eastside Shelter. So it's interesting. It's going to see. It's going to be interesting, excuse me, to see if they're going to do any testing tomorrow. So we'll see. But if they see this, they're probably likely going to do it to say we're stand up on it. But we'll see. All right, later.